Want to find out how to farm mythical, major, or as everybody calls them, diamond runes? Well, today I'm going to tell you guys exactly what you're going to need to do to get the best ones that you can get in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Asifa, this is LaserBolt, and welcome to today's video, guys. Today's video is actually a question I've been getting quite asked often, and that is how to get more diamond runes. Because theoretically, these are a little bit harder to get, and I'm pretty sure the majority are currently right now are almost towards the end game where you're trying to get a perfect build, you're trying to get certain items put together. But these diamond runes are the ones that are actually keeping you away from actually getting the perfect combo or the perfect build. Today, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to farm them, where to farm them, and actually how to be able to identify which ones are the best and which ones are not the best, depending on the build you're trying to pick up. So if you do find this video helpful and informative, do me the huge favor, guys, to drop a like and drop a comment. But most importantly, Johnny, here's looking at you. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on those notifications, boys, because you guys are definitely going to want to get notified for our Assassin's Creed coverage. In addition to that, guys, we're going to be covering Cyberpunk 2077 extensively. So if you guys don't want to miss videos that come out for that, make sure you hit that sub and turn on those notifications. So, like I said, diamond runes are very important in the game. And what makes these diamond runes so important is the fact that these are actually part of two different sets of items that you're able to put these diamond runes in. Number one, you're able to put these diamond runes on weapons. Any single weapon that's mythical will give you the option to apply a rune to it. In addition to that, your armor set, which is pretty much your chest piece, will also allow you to place a rune in it and giving you that max power ability, which is actually pretty dope. Some of these runes are actually extremely OP. There are some that give you, more critical damage when you're fully health. There's some that gives you more increased range when you have full health. So these are really, really powerful. And one thing I want to suggest whenever you decide to actually farm these, you're going to want to set your game to the hardest difficulty. There is a higher probability of you actually getting multiple drops or even better runes from the higher difficulty. So if you're playing on easy or on super duper easy, just for this particular portion of the game, switch it to hard, and that way you could kind of give you a little bit of upper hand to actually get better runes in your inventory. So let's start off with the easiest method when you're actually going to be able to farm this. Now, if you guys recall, previous to this, I showed you guys how to farm regular runes, the circle ones, but these diamond ones, which are really, really hard to get, these are going to be farmable as well. So what you're going to want to do is you want to make sure your settlement is at least settlement, I believe, 4 or higher. And you also want to make sure that your vendor is fully maxed out. So I believe for the vendor, you have to go up 3 levels. So you want to make sure you level up 3 times. Once you have your settlement fully upgraded, and once you're level 4 or higher, you're then going to want to do this method. So if you guys recall, prior to this, I showed you guys how to farm the circle ones. It's going to be pretty much the same method we're going to be using on this one. What you're going to do is you want to load it to the game and head to where the vendor's at. As soon as you get to the vendor, make sure you do a manual save. That way, that save is there for you to come back and check it out. What you'll do is walk up to the vendor, check her inventory, and if you guys are really high enough already in the game, like 200 plus in power level, there is going to be a diamond rune that's going to show up in her inventory. Now, for some reason, if you look at this diamond rune and you feel that you don't like it, or you feel like that's not the one you want, there is a way for you to actually be able to farm this until you get the one you want to get. What you're going to want to do is go to her inventory, check if she has anything that you want. If she doesn't have anything you want, you basically just want to make sure you exit out of the game and come back in via the manual save. So you want to make sure you come back in via the manual save. Once you come back in via the manual save, you're going to notice that her inventory has recycled. Once you check out her inventory again, if you see one that you like, you could purchase it. If you don't see one that you like, don't purchase it and just rinse and repeat, go to the manual save until you find the one you want. So let's say you found the one you want. What you're going to want to do is go ahead and purchase that one. Make sure you do a manual save after you purchase it so you know that ruins in your inventory. And then you're going to have to wait to the reset, which happens like at 12 noon time every day, to come again and see if she has another diamond rune for you guys. Now, that's one of the easiest way to get it. But unfortunately, I know what you guys are saying. Laser, that's pretty dope, but I can only get 1 rune per day, right? So I want to get more runes per day. Well, I'm going to give you guys a second method that's going to have you getting these runes pretty effectively and pretty easily. Now, there are some people in the street, some homeless people, which I actually showed you guys prior to this on how to make extra money in my previous video. There is three little homeless people that are kind of not roaming around, but in this area right here where I'm showing you guys in the map. You're gonna go to this area, and these are gonna have diamond runes for you guys to pick up. Unfortunately, this one only gives you the same rune repetitively. So this is a pretty good way to pick up this rune if you don't have it and save it in your inventory, or if you just want to go ahead and farm some money. Now, I did find another vendor that gives you another rune. I just haven't been able to replicate him spawning, every single time. But I did find another vendor. He did give you a different rune than the one I'm showing you guys here. But as I have to see if he gives you, if I can farm it. So as of right now, I wasn't able to farm it, so I don't want to show you guys that method. But this is a good method if you're trying to get a rune. This is a good starting point to actually get some if you don't have any. The next method I want to recommend is, as you guys know, there are different sets of people that you're able to kill from the order. Now, these particular people are able to be farmed to get the rune you want. Now, the way you're going to be doing this is, remember, once you kill them, you only get to kill them once, but there is a way to actually farm them. What you want to do is you're going to go and find yourself a member of the order, and once you find the member of the order, you're going to want to go ahead and hit a save point. So go ahead, go to your menu, hit save, and that's going to create a manual save. Once you create that manual save, you're going to load it back in, and then you're going to go and proceed to killing him. Once you kill him, he is going to drop diamond runes. Now, what you want to do is, once you look at this diamond rune, if you like it, you're going to want to keep it. If you feel like the ones he drops are really bad and you don't want to keep those, you're going to go ahead, go back into your manual save, come back in, and kill him again until you get the rune you want to get. This is a very effective way to actually farm runes, because it's going to allow you to kill him multiple times until you get the rune you want to go ahead and get. So there's another method I want to suggest. Now but wait, there's more. There's another one that I want to suggest, because there are mini bosses within the game that you're actually able to farm as well. These mini bosses are also going to be dropping runes, and these are going to be pretty effective due to the fact that the majority of the time that you kill either an elite or a person from the order or this mini boss, it's almost guaranteed that you're going to be getting a rune. Now, one thing that I did suggest earlier in the video before I even started mentioning all these methods was to make sure you set your game to the hardest difficulty, because if you set your game to the hardest difficulty, it's actually going to give you a probability of, instead of getting one rune, you're going to be able to get 2 runes per kill. This is extremely important, because if you're playing on easy, you're just going to get a drop with 1 rune, and it's going to be a lot harder to farm because 1 rune is worse than getting 2, right? So theoretically, if you put your game to the hardest difficulty, it's going to give you the probability of just after killing them to get multiple runes per that drop. Now, this is a very effective way, because you're going to want to do the same thing. If you get a mini boss, go to the mini boss, make sure you hit a manual save, kill him. After you kill him, check if you like the runes he dropped. If you don't like him, go to that manual save and then go ahead and rinse and repeat. Now, there is another way to actually get runes, which is a little bit more difficult, but actually might have a way to actually duplicate an item in the inventory, which I'm currently working on. So if you guys would like to see that video and me put more effort into that, make sure you guys drop a like on this video. But there is going to be a way to actually duplicate items, and this is going to be very beneficial, because the fish vendor has runes that he's able to give to you if you guys trade in fish. Now, that's going to be extremely important. Even though fishing is a little bit boring and it takes a long time, this might be an effective method, especially if you can duplicate fish. It's going to be able really easy. So we're crossing our fingers that we're able to rinse and repeat and get the duplicates going. If not, then this is an alternative to get a diamond rune if you don't have one already. Another option that you have is go to the hunter vendor. The hunter vendor also is able to give you diamond runes by killing certain animals. So those are effective ways to actually get runes, and these reset every single day at 12 noon. So there you guys have it. That is the best way to get mythical, major. I mean, some people call it mythical runes. Some people call it major runes. Some people just call it diamond runes. But this is by far the best methods to actually farm these. And I do hope these actually help you guys get better builds and put more, more damage or more output into the builds that you're trying to put together. I hope you did find this video helpful and informative. If you did, do me a huge favor, guys. Drop a comment and a like. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.